We're really excited about this bike. This is the new Nakto F2 that they sent us to review. 500 watts, plenty of power for most people. So we're gonna throw it together, and I got a surprise for you. This was amazing, I was really shocked. So it's a pretty big box, a little bigger than the typical bike boxes we get. So we opened it up, and you can do this by yourself. I'll show you a little trick. Open it up, you're gonna find your battery in there, you're gonna find all the tools you need, but you don't really need tools, and I'll show you why in a second. So I pulled it out of the box, and just tip it over if you're doing it by yourself. Don't deadlift this, that's kind of silly. Just slide it out, and it'll come on the styrofoam packing. Very, very well packed. And you're gonna notice it's already built. You don't have to attach any tires, you don't have to put any brakes on. I mean, this thing is 99% assembled in the box. First thing I like to do is take the battery out. It's a 48 volt, 16 amp battery. It's gonna get you about 60 miles of range with pedal assist. Of course, your results may vary depending on weight and incline and all that fun stuff. So I plug it in and I charge my battery first. It's gonna take about 4 hours. There is a little bit of a charge from the factory, so you got a little bit of a head start. So the only thing you really need to do is put the handlebars on. And you really don't have to adjust much, just make sure they're on the right way. Obviously the brakes are gonna face outwards, otherwise you're gonna look really strange. And you're just gonna need to attach these, just 4 bolts. That's all you need to do is just take the bracket off, put the handlebars on, make sure they're centered, and kind of sit on it to adjust them to where they're gonna be comfortable for you. It really depends on your height and the style of riding you like. So I found the most comfortable place for me, and then I kind of tightened it up from there. Piece of cake, real easy, couldn't be simpler. And then you just put the controller display on. And this is real easy too, 2 little bolts there. There's little nuts in the back, so be careful. Make sure you don't lose those. You're gonna need those to keep this guy on there tight. There's 2 little rubber cushions underneath there. Just put that on, tighten it back up, and you are ready to rock and roll. Look at that. Your pedals, super easy. They're marked left and right. Screw them on, make sure they're super tight, and adjust them after your first couple of rides. And there you go. You are ready to go. Unbelievable, right? The easiest install, the easiest assembly I think I've ever done. So you've got a 6-speed Shimano shifter, plenty for all types of riding. You've got 500 watts with 750 watts peak in that rear hub motor. Very, very nicely appointed. Oh, another surprise at this price level, dual suspension. Front and back suspension for a really comfortable ride, and a front LED headlight is included. No rear light on this one. And you can see your controllers there. There is a thumb throttle, so that is pretty convenient too. A lot of people like the thumb throttles over the twist throttle. So I took it out on the first ride. You gotta turn your battery on, and then hold this little M key underneath your adjustment, and you are ready to go. Popped my helmet on, and I wanted to take it through grass, because grass is really good. If you ever tried to pedal through grass, you know it's hard. And the 52 nanometers of torque is going to give you plenty of horsepower to get through grass and some loose gravel and some dirt and up most inclines. So yeah, just full throttle through the grass, no problem whatsoever. Handles it like a champ with that 500 watt motor. Plenty of power for most people. Now we're in Florida. Most of our terrain is flat here. So you'll be able to go up some slight moderate hills with a 500 watt motor with no problem whatsoever. So we took it on the sidewalk, wanted to do a speed test. Now technically this thing can do 28 miles an hour, but you need to unlock the controller. But to keep it within class 2 limitations, it's going to be capped out at about 20. Check out the dual suspension here. Really takes the shock out of the ride. Very, very nice. And the pickup, that 52 nanometers of torque is just plenty. It'll get you going in a hurry. So we took it on some new paved roads around the neighborhood. We've got a lot of construction here, so a lot of nice places to ride. And the top speed, again, 28 miles an hour. The most I was able to get with pedal assist is about 20.7, almost 21 miles an hour. But again, you can hack the controller, and there's instructions on their website to do that. You can take it up to 28 if you want to do that. Just remember, your motor won't last as long if you push it a little faster, but 20 is pretty darn fast on this bike. So I took it on a nice ride. Oh, and the brakes too. They're mechanical disc brakes, but they work real well, as I can show you right here. Look at that. They grab, they were tested, and they're super powerful. Just enough brakes for anything you're going to do with this bike. It's a very, very nice bike, well appointed, very fashionable, cool design, and it's a great choice at this price point for anybody looking for a really cool electric bike. I like it.